want you to put both your knees on top of one another, right? You're gonna prop yourself up on your forearm, and then you're going to lift your hips, hold that side steady, and then you're gonna push this foot into the other foot slightly, and then you're gonna open up from there. You don't want to turn your whole body. You just want to keep nice and steady and in line. Then focus on squeezing backwards, almost like you're trying to drive your knees slowly. This is not something to rush through, okay? Moving through here. Just trying to strengthen up. Get that stuff used to moving, all right? We're gonna do somewhere in the vicinity of like 10 to 20, nice and slow, depending on what you're capable of at the moment. And then we're gonna switch sides. Next one, you're gonna drop it down, knee goes up, leg is straight. You're gonna hit that side, okay, as the other one was more the back. This one's gonna be more the side right here. So you can keep that leg straight, slightly backwards behind you. And then you're gonna lift up without scrunching right here, right? We don't wanna move from here, we wanna move from here. So you're gonna slowly lift up. You're gonna feel almost like you're blocking. You have a blockage, you can't lift anymore, then you're gonna hold there. An important thing is to pay attention to where your foot is in space. So I don't want your foot to be doing this, because that's gonna hit the front. So you're gonna have to slightly turn down that foot, almost like you're turning it towards the floor, and then lift up, okay? Hold. Probably, if you do this right, with that hold at the top, you're gonna be burning probably about 10 to 20 in, all right? So 10 to 20 is our goal for each one of these, okay? Next one I want you to do is the one you're probably familiar with the bird dog. So we're stacking hands underneath the shoulders. The important part, though, that a lot of people miss, is where the knees are in relation to the hips, right? You tend to do what's natural, even when I get into my position, I'm right here. My knees are kind of forward of my hips. I want you to move them back a little bit more than you think you should, right? And I want you to take an inhale into your stomach and create tension there. I can still talk to you while I'm doing this, right? So it's not something you're holding your breath on. So like almost like you're pushing your stomach outwards, all right? So you're gonna do that. You're gonna tighten up the stomach, and then you're gonna create this tension throughout your arms and push your feet into the ground, right? Just by doing that, you should feel a ton of stuff turn on, all right? Not like 100%, but a little bit. We're creating that tension. And then you're gonna slowly start to drag with that tension upwards. You're not going too far up, you're just going out. Think more out, actually. With that tension, with all that tension you develop, you should feel a lot going on here. Like, I consider myself to be somebody who has a good core strength, but even with that, when you develop that tension, you're gonna feel it, okay? So, hands underneath the shoulders, knees slightly back, push the stomach out a little bit, not like big Buddha belly, right? Just like you're pushing out away from your spine. Create that tension, pushing on the floor with the feet, pushing the floor with the hands, tension all through the arms, reach out away from you, and then come on back in. You're like making it excessively hard. 10 on each side. Yeah, 10 on each side for that. The last one I want you to work on is the moving the feet side to side with the 90 degrees. So you're gonna open up right here, like you're having a baby, right? And then you're gonna rotate and just rotate. Super simple. A little bit of mobility prior to doing much of anything, okay? Super simple. As you get better, you won't have to rotate your torso and stuff anymore, or as much. But just getting your back and hips a little bit more open with some movement that you can handle prior to actually doing something. All of this, if you do it all nice and slow, probably only do like one set of everything. That'll take about 10 minutes. And as you get better, you won't have to watch this anymore.